What's up? Welcome to a new episode of the BrandonJaneauShow. Bleed purple and gold. As you know, I am Brandon Janeau, and like always, on all podcast platforms everywhere, BrandonJaneauShow on social media platforms like Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and Threads, BrandonJaneauShow, and of course, YouTube channel, BrandonJaneauShow. Man, hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and let's get into it. So, LSU, after getting their ass handed to them last week defensively, um, by Ole Miss 55-49. Today, they come back after starting off way worse than they did in the Ole Miss game, and they win the game 49 to 39, 49 to 38, I think it was. Um, no, it was 49-39. I'm tripping. 49 to 39 uh, against the Missouri Tigers. Um, yeah, this game was what's the word that I want to say? Uh, very damn deja vu. Very damn deja vu, man. Um, Missouri, who came in undefeated at the time, they were at home. The crowd was into it. Missouri literally scored three touchdowns on their first three possessions of the game. So LSU, man, this defense again, it's not just a it's not just the it's not just the secondary. They can't tackle. Like, they can't stop anyone. Now here's the thing. First half we couldn't stop them. Second half we did it enough. I mean, but the same thing that happened with us last week against Ole Miss, we had happened in this game. Once we got the lead, the defense had to protect it, and we gave up a goddamn touchdown. It we had to protect the lead. We got the lead late, and then the damn defense just gave up a touchdown. You're just like, what the fuck? Um, I would say this, man. Like I always say on these episodes, I will never be afraid of that offense of LSU. I don't fear. I don't. I'm not afraid to look at that offense and say to myself, man, that offense is amazing. That's a hell of a. That's a hell of an offense that we have in LSU. Jaden Daniels, Malik Neighbors, Brian Robinson, um, Junior, man, it was we played our ass. That offense is amazing. If we could score with the best of them, we could score. We could outscore anybody. We really fucking can. But we have a terrible offensive line. Them motherfuckers are trash. They cannot. Every damn play, damn near when we do something positive is a damn penalty. It's like what the. It's a penalty, man. Jaden Daniels, man, like I said before the season, and I think if LSU wasn't in the position that it was in, he would be the leader of the Heisman race. I think he's outplaying Caleb Williams. I know people will say and think that's blasphemy, but look at the man's numbers compared to what Caleb Williams is putting up. The shit is not even the same. Like Jaden Daniels, especially today, this nigga had video game numbers in that game against Missouri. I think if LSU's defense in the second half could come out and play more in these games. Like I said, the Missouri State game, the Mississippi State game that we played on the road, the first SEC game we had in Mississippi State, that might have been the best LSU defense I've seen. And ever since that game, they cannot stop us. So I've seen you play great defense. I've seen it. I've physically fucking seen it against the SEC. I've seen it. I've seen you shut down a weapon. I've seen it. I've seen you shut down a run game. I've seen it. And then the last three games, you can't stop anybody. What the fuck? Arkansas, you couldn't stop Arkansas, who barely had anybody except their quarterback, and that was about it. Excuse me. Ole Miss, which is always a shaky game, especially in Ole Miss. That's why I said before the start of the season, said I could see that Ole Miss game, us losing to Ole Miss. I said that after the Florida State game. I said I could see us losing to Ole Miss because Ole Miss is always a shaky fucking game for us. We just don't know how to beat Ole Miss. In Ole Miss, when we're both ranked, oh, we suck. We're not good at it. And and yeah, I'm not too surprised about us losing to Ole Miss. But this game against Missouri, like I said, Missouri came out fired up. They were up 22-7 at one point. Our offense got the ball first and literally just I don't know what's up with this fucking team. Like this offense comes out and it's like they want to do their first plays like it's scripted. And then they get then the defense gets on the field and then the defense gets scored on and then it's like, all right, fuck that shit. Let's go to what we really do. And it's like I'm getting tired of seeing Jaden Daniels having to literally in this next the for the rest of the game have to play catch up. Like the offense does not deserve to be playing catch up for the entire fucking game. And then when we get the lead, the defense literally gives the lead back. And it's like, dude, can you just hold these motherfuckers for one possession so we get the ball and maybe run a play or two? And it's just like, nope. We got a couple games coming up, man. We got Auburn coming up next week, which that's such a shaky fucking game. The best thing about it is they come to us. That's about the only good thing about that whole situation is they come to us. Um, but yeah, man, LSU is. We beat an undefeated team. They were ranked like two spots over us, so I don't really know how far we're gonna physically go up in the polls, depending on what happens in the next couple of games. Georgia plays Kentucky tonight, so if Georgia beats Kentucky, we probably jump Kentucky. But there's not that many teams we could jump. That team, the defense is god awful. But here's the thing: the defense got some turnovers in this game. One major turnover, to two turnovers that turned into touchdowns, defensive touchdowns. So that's massive. But one to kind of get us back in the game. We were down 22-10. Then Harold Perkins, Harold Perkins picked the ball off and ran it back for a touchdown. And then you had the Major Burns interception at the end of the game that pretty much ended the game for Missouri with the interception. For us though, man, we are that defense, man. It's fucking bad. It's bad, man. It's like they don't know what they're doing. The secondary looks like they're confused every time they get on the football field. And then it's just the motions. It's not even hard plays. It's motion. They're just kicking our ass. Like we can't. We think it's gonna be run when it's a pass. We think it's gonna be a pass when it's a run. It's just this fucking team can't. And then they can't tackle when they get the motherfuckers down. It's a bad defense, man. I've seen bad LSU defenses. Believe me, I've seen a bunch of LSU defenses that's kind of like, what the fuck is this? But this might be the worst I've seen. Like even like I said a couple of weeks ago, even when we went to the national championship with Joe Burrow, that defense wasn't great. That defense wasn't stout. It wasn't like a shut you the fuck down defense. But we made plays when it mattered. This defense is not that. Like they made a massive. I would say this: the third, the third and five that Missouri had before we had to get them the ball. The second to last drive from Missouri. Um, we punt. They had it a third and five, and they blitzed and they got him. They hit Brandon Cook, and the ball flew, and it was a fumble. And even though Missouri and they went for it on fourth and like 32, some shit like that, fourth and 22, some shit like that. And the defense, this is how stupid the damn defensive coordinator is. He blitzes on a forward and 32. He still brings pressure on a forward and 30. What fucking sense does that make? Just have three front, three down, everybody back, just in case something happens. Because that secondary cannot hold up. And they almost got the first down. LSU's defense, and I don't know if it's the defense coordinator. I don't know if it is. Yeah, I do. It is the defense coordinator. What the fuck am I talking about? It is the defense coordinator. He sucks. He's a terrible defensive coordinator. Because he's playing zone, and this is not a team that could play zone with that secondary. He's playing zone, giving too much space to these fast ass receivers in the SEC, which is the dumbest shit he can do. He's playing zone in the SEC where receivers are running top speed, and you're playing fucking zone. You're giving them cushion to do whatever. That is not good. A defensive coordinator that knows that secondary strengths and weaknesses would know. Okay, we gotta play man. We gotta bump these motherfuckers. We cannot let these motherfuckers get past us. You know, if they get past us, they get past us. But we cannot let these motherfuckers just have too much space to just out fucking run us. And that's exactly what these teams are doing to us. Ole Miss did it. Arkansas did it. Now, and Missouri did it today. The only difference is again is we won. If we lost this game, it would have been the same goddamn thing. What do I feel about LSU going forward? We got a schedule that's very fucking easy to. I'm watching Alabama right now at Texas A&M. The only team in the SEC West that I fear, and I can't even say fear, is kind of Alabama. But here's the thing: if Texas A&M beats Alabama, we still got to play them, and I think they still got to also play Ole Miss this year. So if we can somehow, some way, find a way to win, beat Auburn next week, we got Army after that. Then we've got to buy, then an Alabama game. We still gotta put ourselves in a position where the SEC West is still winnable. And I don't know if the SEC West is still winnable anymore. I know technically we're not technically out of it because Alabama's already lost, but Alabama hasn't lost an SEC game. Ole Miss lost to Alabama, and like I said, if Texas A&M beats Alabama, and then we play it. It's a lot of things going on. But for me personally, man, I just LSU literally has given up. This is the last three games LSU has played in scoring wise, defensively. The defense has given up. The defense has given up 31 points to Arkansas, 31 points to Arkansas, 55 points to Ole Miss, 39 points to Missouri. I've always said this, and I can really say it. When the offense is great in LSU, the defense sucks. When the defense is great in LSU, the offense is so fucking terrible. It's damn near not watchable. We've never had to. We never had the defense be great in the offense do great things. We've never had to. Maybe '07 when we got to the national championship game against Ohio State, but that might have been it. And even that, we lost like 2, 3 games that season. We lost to Kentucky, Arkansas, and then we lost to who else we fucking lost to? We maybe lost 2 games that year, but we lost to Arkansas and Kentucky. We beat Florida, and I think we beat Alabama. Yeah, and I think we lost in the maybe we lost in the college the SEC championship game. I think with Georgia, but yeah, man, we won for what the fuck that's worth. We won, but yeah, man, I'm looking at our team. That offensive line is sketchy, and that defense isn't getting better. It's getting fucking worse. Maybe today with the turnovers and the fact that they kind of stop Missouri for what Missouri was doing for most of the game, I guess. But their defense has got to do better. And next week we got Auburn. I don't know what we're going to be against Auburn. Auburn's not great this year, but Auburn is still a SEC West rival. They can still stun us. So I'm not going to be too whatever about that game. Um, the only good thing about that is that we're at home, and even that can't even save us sometimes. So, yeah, but LSU wins. Congratulations. Um, we're 4-2 now, I think, on the season. Yeah, I guess. Excuse me. And like I said, man, I'll see you guys next Saturday when LSU plays Auburn. Hopefully, better result. Hopefully, same. Better game for us on both sides of the ball, and hopefully, same result. But it's LSU. Who the fuck knows? Anyway, I'll see you guys next Saturday. Peace.